I'm Fred with 1320 Video, and welcome to the fourth installment of 1320 Video's monthly wrap-up. In case you guys missed our previous episodes, here's a little recap of what we're going to talk about. Number one, we're going to go over our favorite moments from the past month. Number two, we're going to have one of our video editors read some mean comments from our YouTube channel. Number three, we're going to answer some questions you guys have for the crew. And number four, last but not least, we're going to go over all the events we're going to be at in the month of August. So here's some of our favorite features from the last month. First up, we have an Opel Kadett, and yes, the Swedes have figured out how to LS swap things. They put an LM7 iron block 5.3 in this Opel Kadett, 80mm turbo. The thing is a dig machine. Nobody could touch it off the line, and it just destroyed everything it raced. So our buddy Joe took the Blackhawk down to a no prep down that they were having down there in the Ozark. He did pretty well, but he blew up his motor. You guys might have seen him before. He did a massive wheelie at our I-29 no prep here in town. He got all four off the ground doing a huge bumper stand. He was determined not to do any more huge wheelies at this one. The Blackhawk is an LS Power Trans Am, absolutely huge shot of nitrous, and he blew up the motor in very spectacular fashion, but not to worry guys, he has a new engine on the way from Thompson Motorsports. Up next, we have Doug Klein takes on Larry Larson during the Rocky Mountain Race Week. Doug Klein has a 1969 all-metal Camaro. He's got a 598 cubic inch big block with twin Precision 94s on it. Doug was having trouble with his car all week. He went through a race pack sensor, he went through 402 sensors, he broke 11 different rockers, and his distributor cap messed up. But at the end of the week, he still came out ahead of Larry Larson with an average time of a 7.201. Really happy for Doug. He's been competing in Drag Week and Rocky Mountain Race Week for the past 10 years, and this is the first time he's ever won the class. So congratulations to him. So we went down to Streetcar Takeover in Charlotte, North Carolina. We found one of our buddies down there with his stupid high horsepower SRT8 Jeep. He decided to try the roll racing. He ended up winning the roll racing. He was about 70% boost at the time, and he was running about 1,500 horsepower. And he decided, let me do the 10.0 index. He had never run the Jeep on a drag strip before, and he decided to turn it down to 60% boost, running about 1,250 horsepower, and see what it'll do. He made it to the finals of 10.0 index, and then in the final race he went and do a 9. So congratulations to him on the 9, but he broke out and lost. But that was really awesome to see the car out there and see it run like it did. Another car we saw when we were down there at Streetcar Takeover in Charlotte was this triple compound turbo Cummins. It was a Dodge Cummins triple turbo setup, running about 140 pounds of boost, making about 1,800 horsepower, so I can't even imagine what the torque number is on that. Truck weighed 6,000 pounds, and it ran a 921. It was the best that they've ever done on the truck. They're hoping to get into 8s, but they didn't quite make it, but it was still a badass truck to see.
All right, Fred, I'm gonna let you finish in a minute, but there's just a few things I have to clear up. My name's Buckles. Fred said that I was the biggest racer in last month's episode. He might be right. I do have the Honda tattoo he mentioned. Here it is in all the Honda glory, but I have to clear up a few things. First of all, he said that my favorite car is probably a GTR. He's pretty wrong. I'd have to say either an S2000 or a Supra. And I also have not seen the Fast and Furious 54 times. I've seen it probably over 100. Let's be real here. One thing that Fred forgot to mention is that I destroyed him when we raced. I put at least 2 or 3 cars on him, and we have that clip for you. Damn, got him. And with that, I'm giving it back to you, Fred.
So one of my favorite cars that I saw in the past month was Gudfar. It's a Norwegian for Godfather. The guys at Home Wrecker Motorsports brought it out. It's a brand new car for this year. It's a 1963 Impala, all steel body, all factory glass. It's a back half car. It's got a 540 cubic inch Hemi with a screw blower. It makes damn near 3,000 horsepower. And the most insane thing about the car is it's a brand new car for this year, but they are not scared to drive that thing. You see it get squirrely all the time, and he just gets in it, gets in it, gets in it. He never lets off. until they go through the finish line. It is a wild car to see, and hopefully they get that thing lined out pretty soon and it'll just go down the track and just start destroying people. I love this car.
All right, I'm Seth. I'm one of the video editors here. I'm going to be reading the mean comments today. Let's get to them. D. Carden says, please can talk saying all these random horsepower numbers if you're not going to show the dyno sheet or dyno scene. Don't mention the horsepower. That's a very good point. Actually, if we're not going to do that, we might as well stop making videos just because, you know, people don't carry around dyno sheets with them. That's what we're talking about. Captain says, I know this is not my granddad's car. I do not require you to tell me that because I have a brain with memory, you backbuilt inbred redneck prick. All right. This comment is from Carl Melvin regarding a live stream we had at Vandermeer. I'm not sure which event it was from, but to whoever is filming, do not talk. Your voice is super annoying. Well, Carl, please stop commenting because your comments are really annoying. That dude 545 says, Cummins is fast, no doubt, but not a fan of diesel trucks. Kind of boring. Need more truck action though. Which one do you want? Jake Bennett says, might consider not using the F word. Kids watch your videos. Well, your kids are in for a surprise and discover the rest of the fucking internet. Kenko Killer 187 says, quit lying, people. 1500 horsepower at 70% boost? LOL. Then why you laying 10s at best in trap crossing quarter roll racing only? Alright, I'm not even gonna finish this. Clearly, you're not very well educated. Hispanic Causing Panic says, I hate the music. Shit's embarrassing. Haha, I muted it because then my family probably would have been like, the fuck you listening to? You have something to hide from them? And to my personal favorite of the week, personal favorite of the month, is from Enrique Espinoza. It says, Fred has no nipples, which is actually a confirmed fact. So thank you for, thank you for making that known. Oh, that was the last one I had.
All right, for this segment, we're gonna go over some questions you guys have for the crew. We took some questions via Snapchat, our Facebook page, whatnot, and Seth and I are gonna sit here and answer them. So here we go. Question number 1, how many people are part of the 1320 crew? I think we've answered this before, but there's probably, what, like 30, 40 of us?
Yeah, there's the core people, but it branches out to everybody, which is, it's got to be 30, maybe 40 people.
Yeah.
Are really a big part of what happens here.
And then there's like a small group of maybe 5 of us that are full-time. Other than that, it's probably 30 or 40 just big 1320 family that we help out at events. So next question, what motivates you guys to do what you do and how do you always stay so positive? We love cars and we love what we do, so it's pretty easy to stay positive when you're literally doing a job that you love. It's like a dream job for us.
We also live off Red Bulls and Monsters.
It's true. Red Bull. If there's Red Bull, Monster, anybody from Red Bull, Monster, or Rockstar watching this, we need a sponsorship. What motivates us is you guys, pretty much.
All the cool shit you build.
You guys build some cool shit. You guys love our videos. We just do what we can to bring it to you. So
every time we go through an interview, everyone's like, I never thought my car would be on here. I'm like, well, you guys are the reason we can do what we do, is because
exactly.
You build cool shit. We'll keep on filming it.
Next question. Best ride along. Part 2 of that question. What's the fastest you've gone on the street? I'm gonna let Seth answer first.
Best ride along I've ever gone on happened in it was SET Nashville. It was a GT 500, and the guy got in. Or I got in the car with a guy. And the guy tells me, he's like, oh man, don't worry. He's like, I'm totally relaxed driver. I'm cool. He's like, I'm not here to show off. He's like, you want to listen to this sweet CD? And then turns it like all the way up. And I'm like, all right, this is kind of weird. We drive 10 minutes down the road. I'm like, hey man, you should probably turn your headlights on. And he's like, oh, I don't have headlights. Funny story, on the way down here, they went out. And I was like, at this point I realized that I had fucked up. And I no longer wanted to be in this vehicle.
I was in a CTSV during the same time, and we pulled over, and I noticed his headlights didn't work, but the halos around the headlights on this riced out GT500, the halos worked.
It's okay,
but not the actual
vision.
Yeah, he had really good vision, so apparently that cures night blindness or something.
No, I want to throw in the fact that it was raining this day, and he let out the fact halfway through the interstate while we're sliding around. He's like, oh, I just got these ET Streets on, man, these suck. That's my favorite ride.
Best ride along?
Best one I've ever been on. Because I got out alive.
We need to get you in some fucking cars. I have 2 best ride alongs. Oh, what's the fastest you've gone on the street?
Fastest I've gone on the street is probably like high 160s maybe.
For me, best ride along, I have 2 of those. From a dig was the XTX Volvo in Sweden. I'd never been in a car that powerful from a dig. And I was I didn't have a seat belt because they didn't have one for the passenger seat, and I was straddling a nitrous bottle.
About to say.
And so that was pretty exciting right along. And then the second one was a 2,000 horsepower UGR 6-speed Lamborghini, and that was like the hand of God pushing you down the road. It's the only way I could describe it. That was actually the fastest car I've been in too. So I think we went north of 220. I don't know if we went 225, but we went north of 220. So those are my two. Next question, what's your favorite state to go to? What's your favorite amount of horsepower? Favorite state would be whichever one has cars in it that are cool. And then favorite amount of horsepower would probably be all of it.
I meant to say
so
all of it.
whatever horsepower all of it is,
yeah,
that's what we want to see.
I mean, whatever. Just take whatever you're making, and then, add 10% or 100% depending on what you drive. And
Yeah,
kind of keep going with that.
Something like that.
And then just kind of go until you run out of money, and that's usually what we like, because those people are the ones that are really ready to go.
If you're dedicated to the cause, you will make all the power. Where did you guys get the ideas for this, and how did it start? Well, Kyle started doing this in college. He started doing it in 2003. Back then, there was literally nobody that was filming street racing. So he had this little camera, very small and shitty quality compared to what we do now. Little point and shoot deal. There was nobody getting like street stuff like that in a car or anything like that. So he started doing it for fun, and it ended up being a thing that people actually wanted to watch. And 13 years later, here we are, and it's like a major operation that we get to do full time, and it's fucking awesome. All right, this question's for me directly to Fred. Would you shave your beard for a brand new LS motor? I don't know why I would do that when a junkyard 5.3 can make like 1,000. So I don't need a brand new one. I could take like a few-year-old one and still make 1,000 horsepower. So no, the Majestic beard's not going anywhere for a brand new motor. There's a lot of time and effort, a lot of dedication to this. Next question. Do you guys ever find it tiring being with the same people filming drag racing all the time? Yeah. No, we're all a group of friends, we wouldn't be able to hang out as much as we do. Like, we are right now in Kyle's basement doing this green screen shit. There literally isn't more than a couple days that we don't see each other. Either we're hanging out or we're working. Either way, we see each other all the time. I guess it can get tiring from time to time, but we enjoy each other's company anyway. Yeah, we're family, which means I have to put up with them and stuff, like choose to. Really, we're just we're a family, so it's like we all have our good days and our bad days. Doing race car shit with your friends for a living, I don't think you could find any car guy that would be upset with doing that. So, next question. How do you guys know so much about cars? This is actually really cool to talk about. None of us went to film school. First and foremost, we're car guys that happen to be pretty good with cameras and interviewing people, asking questions, whatever. We didn't go to film school. We didn't do anything like that to get like really artsy things or whatever. We're car guys that are decent with cameras. Some of these other film crews that are out there, they're just a film crew that was hired to cover a car event. They don't know anything about cars, and you can tell right away that they don't know what questions to ask. They don't know anything about cars. We know so much about cars because we are car guys, just first and foremost. The next question, what does everybody in 1320 video drive? That's gonna do it for our Q&A segment of this episode. Send in your questions to our Snapchat, Facebook,
Twitter. We're really on Twitter a lot now. We're trying to incorporate that as
we're
much
bigger
as we
on
can.
Twitter now, Snapchat, any of our social media. Send us questions throughout the month. All right, guys, for the last segment of this video, we're going to go over all the events we're going to go to in the month of August. First up, August 6th and 7th in Pacific Junction, Iowa, we're going to be at the Ice Cream Cruise. It's our own event. It's a charity event. So Saturday during the day, we have our huge car show out on the road course. Saturday night, we have our invite-only no prep. And then Sunday, we have drag racing all day. That sounds like something you guys would be into? Please come out to it. It's Pacific Junction, Iowa. It's maybe 20 minutes away from Omaha. So if you guys want to come to our stomping grounds, you want to come to where we're from, go to an awesome charity event that we put on every year, I guarantee you're going to have a good time. If you guys want to meet any members of the crew, we will be there. We're probably going to be working. I think I'm parking cars all day. So it's not very glamorous, but at the car show, bring your car out. They have trophies. There's food vendors. There's merchandise vendors. Anything you can think of. It's a huge event. We're expecting over 10,000 people to be there, so please come out to that. It's a good time. I guarantee it'll be worth the time. August 19th and 20th, we're going to be in Noble, Oklahoma for Outlaw Armageddon. Last year, it was just a ridiculous event. All the street outlaws were there racing, including all the big dogs from across the nation. They're doing it even bigger this year. They're going to have just a crazy amount of cars are going to be there. Everybody, all the names that you've ever heard of, all the street outlaws. I think Birdman's going to be there, and he's going to be my personal pick to take everybody down because he don't fuck around, and that car is just ridiculous. If you guys want to meet us, buy some merchandise. You guys want to meet all the street outlaws? They're all going to be there. They're all going to be racing. So come out to that event. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Again, that's August 19th and 20th in Noble, Oklahoma. We'll see you guys out there. All right, guys, so most of the events that we go to, we take our 40-foot merchandise trailer filled with all the goodies you guys can buy. But if you can't make it out to an event that we're at, not to worry. We have a store on our website, 1320video.com, where you can buy all the merchandise your heart desires, and we will ship it to you. So if you guys want a t-shirt, sticker, hoodie, if your girlfriend wants some leggings or yoga pants, we have those. We just brought out some new short designs. This is one of them. If you guys want anything, check out our store on our website, 1320video.com. Just go through it, see anything you want. You can literally buy anything we have on there. We'll ship it to you. Also on the 1320 Video store, we have the Stockholm Open 2015 available for a digital download. If you guys want to spend a couple bucks, I think it's about an hour and a half long. It's a full Stockholm Open experience from our first time going. Be sure to stay up to date on what we're doing by following us on our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this month's episode. We'll see you guys next month. I hib it to the hip hip hop, you don't stop the rocket to the bad man boogie, sit up, drop the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. Now me, my crew, and my friends trying to move your feet. See, I am Wonder Mike and I'm, what? How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. La, la, la. 18th, yeah. La 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 la. How now, brown cow? Jesus, bitches.
How long did you rehearse that one in the mirror?
Fuck you.
Because that was literally perfect.
Check, 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 checkity, check, check. Turn yours. What?